Hey guys, welcome to my channel once again, and first of all I'm gonna thank all of my subscribers that have helped me reach 1,000 mark. And now it's a great journey that I have been on this YouTube, and special thanks to all you guys who are supporting this channel and liking my content at the same time. Also, whoever are new to the channel and found this information helpful and it made some change to your editing style or editing procedures, do hit that subscribe button and it'll motivate me to make more such videos like this. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So this video I'm going to be sharing the tool that is most likely ignored by a lot of people, especially when they're editing. It's gonna change the way you edit your photos. This is the image that I took at a recent event that was organized by Porsche, and it happens every year. If you haven't seen my previous year's video, you can check out the link over here. I'll put it somewhere over here. But this year's video, apparently my POV footage has been lost and I couldn't give you guys that POV how I took this shot, but definitely I do have a couple of shots from my phone and my camera, and I'm going to share my experience at this event. So while you can see the guy turned off the lights, but here's the magic when I use that tool. Voila. This is a fake light effect that I try to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just Adobe Lightroom and by using this tip. So let's reset all the settings over here, and before I get into that tool, I'm gonna adjust couple of settings over here. I'm gonna increase the brightness of the photo because I want the light to come into the picture, and I'm gonna go down and reduce the clarity a little bit so that I can give it a little dreamy look, because I want to see the lights here give a little dreamy look, as well as the background lights give it a dreamy look, like a cyberpunk dreamy look. So I'm gonna reduce the clarity and a little bit of the texture, and I'm going to reduce the saturation just a little bit so that the car color comes bright and strong, because I don't want the warmness to be in the photo. And I'm going to use the vibrance just a little bit, because if you guys don't know the difference between saturation and vibrance, I'm going to make another video where you will know how you can use it to your advantage. And I'm just going to go down and increase the highlights a little bit, put down the shadows and a little bit of the blacks, because I want the blacks to come out pretty nice. Now once you're done with it, here's the quick tool that a lot of people miss out. This is masking tool. Now what masking is, it's not a rocket science, but it gives you more control over your photos, the way you want to edit, the way, you know, a particular portion where you want to reduce the brightness or increase the brightness or change the color and do whatever you want to do. So I'm going to start with the basic. I'm going to do some little bit adjustments. I will go to the linear gradient, and from the above I will reduce the brightness so that the focus goes on to the image, the car that I'm trying to show here. So I'm going to reduce the brightness, maybe channel it a little bit more down. That's it, that's perfect. And another linear gradient from down below, because of course if the light is coming from behind, the frontal will be a little shadow. So I'm gonna give it a little, you know, a focus more on the car than the whole body, because here I want to pick up the lights to showcase all of the effect that I'm trying to achieve here. Now once you're done with this, I have reduced the brightness at the lower gradient, the lower part of the photo. I'm gonna, you know, reduce down on the blacks, also the shadows, because why not? And then here's the cool thing that comes into the picture. Now I see there is no light on the headlights over here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the radial gradient, and I'm gonna make a circular gradient here, a radial gradient here in the center of the light. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the brightness. Now you can see there's a little light effect that has started to come up, but again it looks so fake, right? Because of course there's a bulb inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another gradient, radial gradient, and I'm going to put it right in the center where apparently the light is. This is going to be very small, so you guys, I would suggest to zoom in a bit, not too much, maybe 100% or something, and increase the brightness of the center part a little more. This is too much. I'm gonna just do it over here. So as you can see, the light effect has started to come up. I'm gonna show you before how the image was. This was the image and this is the final, not the final image, but yeah, I'm gonna make a couple of adjustments here and there because of course this looks a little bit fake. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more because the lines in the texture on the light cover, I need to show that a little more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna first select the outer layer, and I will increase the clarity on it a little bit and make it a little sharper so that the railings are shown. I'm going to increase a little bit of the texture so that you can see the light. It's actually the light that is coming from behind. It's going to give a little effect that you will see. Now I'm going to go into the smaller one and increase the temperature here so that, of course, let's see what happens here. No, I don't want to, I'll just increase a little bit because I don't want it to look so fake and so colored. And I'm going to increase the clarity over here as well. Voila, that's it. So with only just 4 masks, I was able to produce the fake lighting over here. Alright, so now since we have done our major job, now we're going to give it a little more dreamy look. I'm going to introduce another radial gradient over here on the top where the 3 lights are, right over here. And I'm going to increase the brightness a little bit over here. And when I go down, I will decrease the clarity and also put in some haze to it. Like if I go all the way, you can see how brighter and how hazy it becomes, but I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna do it a little bit, and a little bit texture is removed. That's more like it what I'm going to do with these lights. And if you see the lights over here, this is like a light or something like a it's like an element which I can use and make it like a light. I'm going to introduce another radial gradient over here, first a smaller one, and I'm going to increase the brightness to make it look like a light. So if I do this, yes, that's become more like a light. And I'm going to increase the highlights over here, increase the black, and I'm going to add on another radial gradient over it so that it looks like the light splash is going across. So see how the things change. I will reduce the circle here because a little bit, that's more like it. And that's about it. That's one more level. If you can see, the background is visible over here. I'm going to add up another mask, another linear gradient, and reduce the brightness of the background. So my focus will be all on the car, not on the background. It's just a little bit I'm going to reduce. That's it. So my whole image, the editing has finished. If I show you what it was before, this was the photo that was before. Now this is the after. It's a final one. You can do a little bit touch up over here and there. Alright, so this was a quick and small video to show you how you can use this masking tool to your max potential and change the way and put your creativity out there onto the image and be a better editor at it. So if you like this video, hit that like button and share it with all your photographer friends and whoever is getting into photography and trying to make their name. Do subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.